Hey guys, my name is Sean Hensler. I'm with Royal Biologics. I'm the Director of New Business and Sales. I'm also a neurosurgical PA. I wanted to tell you about Maxx-PRP. I'm going to kind of give you a 1,000-foot view, maybe a little bit less, maybe 500-foot view of this thing, of the PRP set and what you're going to need with the centrifuge and the kit. Because the centrifuge is obviously a large box. It has a centrifuge in it, but on the sides, it's going to have other components. You're going to have a brown box that's going to have a handful of cups, some counterweights. It's going to have a little white box that has this in here, and that's the counterweight you're going to need for it. So make sure you get that. And of course, grab the scale. There's going to be a battery power scale that's in there. This you're going to need to measure. So let's open this puppy up. So when they open this up, and I took everything out of the packaging, so we can see everything really well. It's going to come with 2 of the 60cc syringes. It's going to come with a 10cc syringe, which is a final step thing. It's going to come with 2 of your blunt needles. I opened one already, but they're both going to be packaged. Alcohol swabs, of course, don't forget the stickers. And also you're going to have a butterfly needle, a tourniquet, and of course the device itself. And you're going to have the ACDA, which is the anticoagulant. I popped this off earlier, but this will have a red top that you're going to need to pop off. So first things first, we want to go ahead and get the blood. Okay, that's first things first. So you want to grab one of the 60cc syringes, okay, and you want to go ahead and grab one of your blunt needles, okay, and you're going to attach it. And then what you're going to do is, or the nurse is going to do, is they're going to go ahead and put needle in here, and they're going to draw back 10 cc's of ACDA, just like this. Now what I want you to do, it sounds a little different, go to 11, and I'll tell you why. Okay, so I'm going to recap. You're not supposed to, but if you do it, be careful. The next step is you want to go ahead and take the butterfly that comes with it. And you need to, this isn't heparin, but we're gonna anticoagulate the line, like heparinize the line. So you wanna take the blunt needle off, okay? And you're gonna attach it, just screws right onto the lower lock. And you're gonna take that 1 cc and you're just gonna go ahead and pour it out. And then that will actually heparinize the line. And you're gonna take that to where it says 10 cc's. After that, it's ready to go. You can go ahead and give this to the nurse, because what you have here is a 60cc syringe. There's 10 cc's of this anticoagulant, of this ACDA. When they tap the vein, they're gonna pull back all the way to 60. So you're gonna have 50 cc's of blood, and you're gonna have 10 cc's of anticoagulant, okay? So that's gonna be real important to know, okay? So at that point, what you want to do is you want to go ahead and whoever's doing the venipuncture will take this off, and they'll give it to you like this. So now this puppy is going to be filled all the way to 60 cc's, okay? So you take the device that you're going to be putting everything in on, and what you're going to do is, this is your lower lock connector here. Now there's typically a top on it, okay? I took it off. So you want to take the top off, and when you engage this, you got to push down and turn, okay? Because it's a locking thing. And then turn it slowly till it hand tightens, and you're good, okay? And then what you'll do at that point is now this is only 10 cc's, but you get the picture. You'll just inject it all into the bottom of the container. So now this will be filled to 60 cc's. You can take this off, take an alcohol swab, and swab the top of the lower lock, because it could have some blood on it. When you spin it, if there's some blood on it, it'll get all over the inside of the machine. It's nasty. So at that point, you are ready to do your first spin. So you're gonna go ahead and here's this here. and this is your counterweight, and you have your key. So as you can see, they're identical, okay? There's no extra tops on there. It's all the same, okay? So what you're gonna do is you're gonna first go ahead and take the scale, put it on grams or milligrams, and you're gonna weigh the container with the 60 cc's of blood and ACDA. Let's say it's 80 grams. Then you're gonna go ahead and come over here, and you're gonna take the other 60 cc syringe you have, and I recommend kind of having this full already with water. That's just a good little tip. So it'll be kind of sitting here at the ready, okay? So then what you're gonna do is you're gonna go ahead the same way as the other. You're gonna push down, turn, and you're gonna inject all the way. You're gonna inject it all in there, okay? So it'll be pretty close, okay? And just to notice, the cups are all the way up, okay? And they should be equal. So you'll measure one 80 grams, you'll measure the other one 79, 80 grams, you're good to go. Then at that point, you're gonna go ahead and put them in the buckets across from each other, okay? Make sure there's nothing on the other side. If there's cups, or buckets, I should say, make sure they don't have anything in them. So this has gotta be equal in weight. Go ahead and put it on spin 1 after you lock the top, and it'll run through its spin. Then you're gonna go ahead and take out the container that has the platelet pore plasma, the buffy coat, and the peripheral blood on the bottom, okay? So at that point, what you're gonna do is you're gonna go ahead and elevator this thing down all the way to where right about where the blood level is, because the buffy coat's right above it. It takes up maybe 1-2%, okay, of the whole volume. So take it there, and if you notice, there is it's hard to tell, but there's like a little flume right here. There's a little port. So as you're going into the PRP, it's going to be going, into the platelet pore plasma, it's going to be going into the cup. So to give you a good example is, I'll just go down into this fluid here so you can see, and see it goes into the cup. So that's what the platelet pore plasma and the buffy coat will do. When you start seeing blood start to go up the line, that's where you stop, okay? The next step is to go ahead and put it down and grab your counterbalance, okay? And you're gonna go ahead and bring your counterbalance down to roughly the same level as the other one. So put them next to each other, bring them down, and once they're pretty close, you're good. Then put the key down. If you wanted to be, extra OCD, go ahead and measure it again, 80 grams, measure this, 80 grams. The buckets are the same level. Put it back in the centrifuge, close the glass door, turn the key, and then put it on spin 2. Spin 2 will complete, okay? And then you're gonna go ahead and pull out pull out the container that has the platelet pore plasma, the buffy coat, and the peripheral blood, but you're gonna see another small little layer of platelet pore plasma and another little buffy coat. So what you're gonna do is attach the turning key, and you're gonna bring it down to just like you did the first time, all the way down, collect the platelet pore plasma, get that buffy coat. Now, there's gonna be platelet pore plasma that most people don't keep. For people that wanna keep the platelet pore plasma, I'm gonna make a whole nother video out of that, because there is a way of doing that. So, but this is how the IFU is. So you'll go all the way down to to where you get down to the buffy coat, you start to see the blood come up, and then once that is done, you're gonna go ahead and escalate or elevator this all the way to the top. Okay, once it's at the top, put the key down, and then you're gonna grab your 10 cc syringe, okay? And this is gonna be collecting all the good stuff. You're gonna grab the other blunt needle, okay? This is already out of the pack, okay? Take off the top here. You're gonna take off this self-sealing knob here. It's going to come right off. And it is a much wider opening. So you'll just tilt this, you'll put the needle into it. So once you draw up the solution, okay, you're gonna insert it back, you're gonna inject it back in. You're gonna pull it back, push it back in. This is gonna be mixing the Buffy coat and platelets and everything that's in there, especially some of the platelets that are sticking against the wall. Okay, on your third pull back, you're done. And that's when you will actually go ahead and cap it and give it to the nurse. It's important that you're not barbitizing, but you are suctioning up, pushing it back in. And you don't want to do this little number because the top's off, so it could have some leakage, okay? So if you were really determined to do that, then you put the white top back on, but that's typically not done. You're gonna put this in, pull back, push in, pull back, push in. On the third, you'll be done. And that will complete the PRP, the Maxx-PRP process.